Okay. All right. So I want to welcome you tonight. And this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Cancer Awareness Month, right? Tonight I'm going to talk specifically towards breast cancer. Okay. Um, and these are just advice and things that have been found to help. And next week, I'm going to do just generalized topic of things to help. Okay, so it'll cover just diet and foods that can starve or foods that can feed cancer. I'm going to talk about different things that you can just use to lay on, all kinds of cool things that, right? It's not typically medicine. It's just things that really support your body during that time, and that a lot of people have had positive results from. Okay, tonight I'm actually just using some friends that have gone through experience, but also some resources from some that help many. One person being Susan Johnson. You can look her up. She has a website as well. Um, her website is Susan Johnson, but she has like a charity and things like that. It's called Kick Cancer, and her son's name's Kicker. So she was a dietitian, and when her son got sick, she started looking at specifics of what was going on. And first of all was his diet in the hospital. She was noticing like this isn't really great. So she started there and she started researching and reaching out. And this was when he was 3, and then by 5 he was better. And now I can't remember how old he is, but it's been years, and she's received different awards for her humanitarian efforts in helping people. So tune in next week because you'll want to catch all that stuff that she does. She even gives for any child with cancer, she sends a care package with all kinds of goodies in there. So she's an amazing person. Um, and so some of this stuff is tips from her. She has a course and she has all different kinds of info and emails and stuff. And I love keeping on top of some of the things that she has to share. And it's really things that anybody can apply. Okay, so um, so we're gonna hop right in, and I'm gonna talk about a couple of different things. Okay, I chose like some short little things, right? One is I'm gonna talk about what do you call that? Dry brushing. Have you ever heard of dry brushing? So, and if you're on Facebook, go ahead and comment. And it's delayed a little bit, so I won't see it right away, but I will check after and I will see the comments and try to answer. Okay, um, and tag anybody that you think would like this information too. So we're gonna talk about dry brushing. I'm gonna talk about some physical activity. I'm gonna talk about an oil blend, and also about mammograms and thermography. So and and a little other thing too. But um, so and I'll kind of get more into the other thing next week. That's why I'm not really going to touch too much. But these are just short little pointers. Okay. So the first thing, when if you've never heard of dry brushing, it's exactly what it sounds like. And I have a brush, but it broke. So my dog actually likes wood, and she really doesn't chew anything anymore. But she had chewed the little handle and the little thing, and yeah. So it looks just like a brush, and it has like coarse hairs, but they're not gonna hurt you. Okay, they're not like that rough. It's made for skin, but it is gonna be coarse. It has a handle, and you do want to brush your entire body. Okay, the idea, and this is what studies show, right? You're helping your lymphatic system. You're helping the toxins that are in your body push through the lymphatic system just by the motions and just by stirring it up. Okay, so your lymphatic system is it's the blood's detox system. Okay, and it doesn't have a pump, right? Like your heart's pumping your blood through your body, but this doesn't have a pump, a filter, right? So that means that the lymphatic system, like it to effectively detox, it has to be helped. Okay. So the best way that to do this is through like rebounding your body and having like massage, lymphatic massage, or dry brushing. So it's something so simple that you can help your body get rid of this toxins, right? So now you can use a natural sponge. That is enough. You know how they sell those natural sponges? They're kind of coarse, right? You do want it to be like that. A vegetable bristle brush or like a loofah sponge. Okay, so think of that kind of coarseness, all right? And then here's an added tip, all right? You don't have to do this, it'll help in general, but if you take some pink pepper oil, I use doTERRA's because they are the safest, and they're the trusted and most trusted in the medical community and used in most hospitals. So if you take a couple drops, 3 drops, okay, of pink pepper and add it to that brush, it will enhance the detox powers, okay, that the brush is going through, because as it's touching your skin, it's getting all in there, and black pepper helps to detox. So it's a gentle one too. So it's going to be great. Ideally, brush your body like every day, and possibly before going to bed would be the best time, just because when your body's sleeping, it's repairing and it can get stuff out, and when you wake up, it can be flushed out, right? But any other time is actually still going to be beneficial. And you, like, a lot of people will do it before they get in the shower, and then that skin is like can fluff off right into the shower, and some people when they go to the sauna or something like that. But use short strokes, like little short strokes, and you want to do it kind of like circular, okay, because you're getting it to be flowing and to relax it up and stuff like that. So I do a circle one way and a circle another way, okay, because you're supposed to try to get it like the figure 8, and sometimes that's a lot of concentration. So a circle one way and a circle other way is kind of the figure 8, right? And just brush lightly. You're not scrubbing. Just brush lightly over the entire surface of your body. Okay, from your head, right, all of your head. I might mess up my hair, but that's okay. All the way to your fingertips, even, and your toes. Okay. Now, for the top half of your body, you're going to be going down, and for the bottom half of your body, like from you want to come to your heart, right? And then start from your toes and your feet, and then work your way up your body. So you're pushing things towards your heart, which is the pump. Okay. So that's the direction that you do it. From your arms, you're going to go down, your chest, right there. And then from the bottom of your feet, legs, be going in an upwards motion. Okay. Circling upwards is what you're going to be doing. So now when you're talking about, your arms, you're going to do front and back. That's natural. But people don't think about this. When you talk about your hands, do both sides, palms and, the outside. And then for your feet, do the tops and do the soles. Okay, you want to get everything. And so I would say brush for a minute, 45 seconds to 2 minutes, okay? Because, I don't think you could get your entire body in a minute, but it doesn't have to be long. You don't have to, like, think this out, but do that, all right? And then every so often, every few days, clean the brush off with, like, soap and water, because the skin is going to just collect there, right? So I don't know how many people have heard of dry brushing, and how many people knew that it had any effect in helping with, like, cancer. Something simple and easy, all right? So that's why I tell people there is some simple, effective things that you can do, and you're not even aware that you might have been doing it before, and you didn't know that that's a good effect for your lymphatic system to be helping with this, okay? All right, so that's the first one. All right, the second one. Oops, I hit the wrong button. All right, the second one. Okay, let's just talk about exercise. Now, this is going to be really brief. I'm not really getting into it, okay? But I'm just going to say that exercise can help prevent breast cancer, okay? Because it's going to be assisting in the regulation of hormones. And the estrogen and insulin is going to be key. Estrogen can encourage cells to in the breast to divide more than they really should. So that causes like the cancer, right? So insulin levels can also affect how cells multiply. All right. So regular physical activity is just going to help prevent it by reducing your estrogen levels and your insulin levels. So, that's it's so simple, right? But I'm just pointing out some things that maybe if you're, especially in the not fall so much, but in the winter, people like stay indoors. They don't think about doing things as much. Just think about that any kind of physical activity that you're doing is going to be helping with that area. Okay. Told you it was short. I'm not going to be. All right. So, all right. Now we're going to get more specific for breast. Okay. Um, the next thing I'm going to hit on, and this is, no, I heard this honestly. Me and my cousins, when I was younger, okay, probably we weren't, it's like when you started wearing bras and stuff like that, right? I heard this then. I also heard crazy things about don't shave the top of your legs because it can cause cancer, And one day I was like, asked my mom, why would shaving the top of your legs have anything to do with causing cancer? So I heard crazy things, all right? And my family was always aware into natural things and looking at things you could do to help your body in general. But my grandma had breast cancer. Some of my cousins on my dad's side of family, it's mostly girls. Only the oldest and the youngest is a boy. On my mom's side, I'm the only girl. Okay, so it's complete opposite. But on my dad's side, his mother had the cancer. My aunts have had it, and my girl cousins have had like lumps and things like that. Okay, so we've all been aware, and we've all we would tell each other, self-check and different things like that. So it's been a thing. Now, so this is what Season passed on, and I was like, okay, well maybe I'll go ahead and share that then because she does research on this all the time. It's her thing. Okay, she's helping people all the time. So she said, I wanted you to encourage you to stop wearing bras with underwire. New research is finding that wearing undergarments that fit a little too snug or have underwire may increase the risk of breast cyst and cancer in women. That is exactly what my aunts said long ago, like more than 20 years ago, okay? Probably even a long time ago, okay? So this is what she said. I'm just going to read this for you. When lymph flow and drainage is blocked or restricted in the area around the breast and armpit, toxins can build up and may lead to scar tissue, cysts, and cancers over time. So, and she said her favorites are Calvin Klein and Book Hall. So I'm just saying it's something that I heard when I was younger. I kind of dismissed it. And, as a teenager, and I was like, well, I never hear anybody else saying that. Why would they be selling it if that's harmful? Okay, but now I am aware that we sell tons of junk that's harmful, right? So anything that I can pass along that I find that I think is going to help. And, I have a lot of friends who have dealt with it, right? So I might as well pass on some info to them if they see it here, that they've already faced it and maybe they want to change that. Maybe that's something that they need to implement, right? So I'm thinking about that. I'm like, should I be making sure of that? But okay, next question. Who had heard of that ever? Or am I the only one that when I was younger had heard don't wear underwire? And I was like, what is the wire doing? But now she kind of gives a little explanation, right? So it's the pressure. Now, leading from that pressure, let me just make sure. I'm going to go to my Facebook page and just see if there was any comments real quick. In case somebody said, oh, I had heard that. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of always interesting to look and see what you have not heard yet. Okay. See people watching, but no comments. So I'm going to keep on going. Now they might not have been to that part yet, but that's okay. We're going to keep going. Okay. So with the pressure thing, the next thing that I want to talk about is the mammograms and stuff, right? I know that I need to do that for sure. I just told you my history. I have not done it in a while, and my doctor said if your insurance doesn't cover it, let me know. I have a place that you can go. Okay, so I need to do it. I haven't done it, and it's been a while. So, did you know that some traditional methods are known to like? Okay, you obviously know this, right? Squish and poke and squash, right, and compress your breast, right, when you're getting screened. Like I've heard that since I was younger too from my mom and my aunts, right? And I was like, I don't ever want to go for that. That does not sound fun to me. Okay, I've had it done. It wasn't as bad as I was imagining from everything they've said. Um, and all my aunts and my mom only has sisters, so they've all always got tested and stuff like that, and they've been larger, and so they've always checked because you think with more tissue, that's a bigger possibility, right? And so we've been lucky, but I've known that it's important. And then it says, so this is key. I was very interested with this. This not only hurts, but it also creates risk of rupturing any encapsulated cancer tumors. So then that would spread the malignant cells into your bloodstream, which is not going to help you for fighting, right? So I'm curious to go and ask, how much pressure do they know these machines put on you? Because it says, in fact, only 22 pounds of pressure is needed to rupture a tumor. And today's mammography equipment applies 42 pounds of pressure to the breast. So I don't know how that would be helpful. I know it's helpful to get screened. I believe that, but they have to do something with that, because now that if they do find something, that's great, but they've just made it worse. I'm all about improving. I love health. I worked in doctors' offices, and that's great. But I see sometimes we just have to stop and go, that's not okay. Let's improve that if we know this, right? I was just talking to another friend, Reba, and we were like, yeah, we're not fanatics and we're not afraid. But when we see something and there's enough, facts and evidence, then I'm going to question and say something should be changed. Okay, so that's just my standard, and nobody's going to tell me that that's not a good thing, right? We are always trying to improve, and doctors have always improved and made things, right, to get better. Okay, so then that's something that needs to be improved. So I'm hoping that that gets talked about now, because lots of women are like, well, I need to go get it, but what am I going to do with the pressure thing, right? There should be easily to adjust that, I would imagine. I don't think it has to be that difficult. So the same thing is true with some methods using um, ionizing radiation while screening for breast cancer. There's been studies that it demonstrates the cumulative effect of routine mammograms that can increase women's risk of developing radiation-induced breast cancer. So, you know, there's a better, much less evasive way. And is there something that is better for early detection? That was really the question I was wondering, because I've heard it's October and it's the 20th, so this isn't like I just looked today, right? I've been looking at it since it's the month, and I said the last 2 weeks of the month I'm going to touch on this, right? So now I've heard of thermography, but I didn't really know tons about it. And then as I was looking, I asked some friends, have you done it? Do you know anything about that? And they were like, yeah. And some of the things that they shared like just blew me away. Okay. And so I was like, well, I need to raise awareness about that too, right? So it's pretty cool. And one of the people that Susan pointed to was somebody that is a thermography technician, and and she said that she just like Susan was just investigating, kind of like I am, and they happened to meet, and so she asked her different questions, and I want to see the part that I wanted to share with you. Okay, so I don't know, but it sounds like you would figure it out, but it's digital infrared imaging, okay? And it uses like a camera that you see the temperature of a body. And I can even show you just a picture real quick. I mean, it's not like a breast or anything. I'm just going to show you a picture so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, see right here? You see how you can see like the hotter parts and the different colors. Okay, so that's the thermiogram, right? That's what it is. And this can scan and detect the different areas that are being intruded upon and stuff like that. So so that's what it is, and it's FDA approved. Okay, so they have researched. It's not like just straight out, came out with this. It has been being researched and used, and it's non-invasive. It's contact-free, so you just stand and kind of like when you have an X-ray. If you've ever had an X-ray of your spine, I've had those. So you just stand in front, right? And then it's a screening tool, and it doesn't involve radiation. So the images can show an increase or a decrease in temperature, which indicates to them that a physiological process is taking place. And it detects where a normal hot or cold pattern should be. And then that helps them to detect early cancer and other disease. So it also, it's important to start at different stages of your life before it's really going to be there, prevalent. Because early detection would be key. But anybody can get the scans, and it's not harmful, and it's not going to be putting the pressure that I was talking about that can rupture, those little cysts or tumors, and so it just seems like it's going to be a better, easy way to do that. So I'm going to check out and see in my area who's offering it, and what is going there. How is it covered or by insurance, and find out all the ins and outs, and maybe I can report back. But I just want to see, I want to try it and listen to the people that work there, like how much they, detect and all that. And they said they have multiple screening tests with this for mammograms and stuff, right? They also use it for ultrasounds too. So they're looking for different things. And they can also see stuff that has already been inside of your body for years and years. They can tell by the density and things, just like they would with the other stuff, how long it might have been there. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. They also have done it for like your head and cranial images and inflammation, which I think my daughter had that too, because we did look at a screen like that. They do full body scans, and they use it for all different kinds of therapy. Like they use it to detect thyroid disorder, cerebrovascular things, neuromuscular things, which is what my daughter was looking at, peripheral muscular disorders. They just use it for all different kinds, and hormone imbalances. They can do it for that, lymphatic congestion and things. So they do use this all the time. And again, I can show you this. Let me show you. I just think it's cool how they show you. Okay, so see like thyroid, intestinal inflammation, thrombosis, back pain. So you could see the different hot spots and things that are going on, and so they look at it. It says it's very affordable. I'm about to find out, right? It says not covered by conventional insurance, but I have run into a couple people that said that they could get their insurance to cover it. So that's why I decided that I'm going to check it out and find out if it could be. So so anyway, that's just another thing that I wanted to. Let me show you if you want to see. See, it does show like where the different things would be for breasts. So this would be, obviously these are different, right? So pretty cool. So anyway, that was another topic, another area that I wanted to touch on. So has anybody done it? Like, oh, please message, please let me know, because I'm interested just how it was, how quickly they tell you right immediately, anything like that. And even maybe if you did have experience with breast cancer, did any of them use this? Like, that would be even cool to know that they had it, and then those doctors actually wanted to see the thermogram, right? So now Robin messaged and said Nikki has, our friend Nikki has. So I'm going to check in with Nikki because I know she likes to share. She used to post all the time and go live about health topics, and that's really what drew me to her, to get to know her better. So anyway, I'm going to check in with one of our friends, and then maybe she would want to even talk about her experience or whatever. If not, that's okay, but I'll let you know what she shares with me about this, okay? Because I think it's great to go to the people that have already done it, right, and get their details and stuff. So that's that. All right, the next thing. All right, we're gonna go right to. I talked about the underwire. I'm checking my list. Oh, wait, there was a thing up here. Oh, yeah, I talked about the mammogram, talked about the dry brushing and exercise. So the other thing, okay, for just, the breast cancer, right? It says 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with an aggressive form of breast cancer in their lifetime. So that's high. And since I know in my family that it's been more than 1 in 8, I try to look for that. And I was even telling my daughter, as she has it, her grandma, um, her dad's mom had it, and her dad's grandma had it. So, and then my grandma had it. So I want her to know, like, thinking of your family, right? But I also want you to think and first admit that we do have some control over our health, right? And it's important to take any kind of intentional steps and things that we can implement to reduce our risk of developing cancer, right? That, like, we're responsible for us and trying to do the best we can for us, right? Especially like this type of cancer that was non-existent at all 50 years ago, right? So what is, that's just showing you more things, right? So the majority of breast cancer diagnosis is environmental. It's just strictly environmental. So that's what I'm saying. There's things that we can do, and there's things that I try to educate people to change in their home, or like simple things like the brush, right? The dry brushing, things that you can do if you know that that is in your family, right? So while I'm saying it's environmental related for the majority, remember that even the genetic part, right? I just mentioned, but those also can be supported, okay, with nutrition, detox, essential oils, because your genes can be turned on and off with nutrients, with just supplements and things that help it. So the more that we can do for it, the less that we can, the likelihood of having it that we can bring down. I think that we should just try to do that and share, because I think if more people do know the simple things, they'll be like, oh, I could do that. That's not difficult, right? And that's the thing. I try to show that it's not really, there's some easy things. And that's a little part to help people, right? So so after doing a dive of all these different things, and I mentioned that Season has helped several different ladies. And if you look on my page, I posted a call from last Tuesday where a really lovely woman, Laria Sterling, she shared her journey with breast cancer. And if you have not watched the video, go watch it. I put the link, and then you have to have a passcode for the link. Go watch it. She is very, very supportive of any way you decide to address it, and knowing that you have to address this the way that's best for you. And it's different from every single person. Even if somebody that you know has the same diagnosis, the way that they're going to address it may not be okay for you. And whatever is best for you, that's the right thing to do. Okay. And Laria even said that, she went, and I'm going to just show you a little part of it, but she knew that she had it. She just sensed it. She went, got scanned, they found it. And then she started doing some things that her husband told her, this is really going to help, like what I'm talking about with that genetic and that DNA stuff, and help your body the best you can. And so this was new at the time, and she was like, okay, so she started using it. And all of a sudden, she really just felt like it was different. So they had already scheduled surgery. She decided, okay, I'm going to do that. She said she gave in to fear. She went and talked to her doctor. This is where it came in. It was about 2 weeks out, and she said, I'm pretty sure I'm all better. Like, I feel just like I felt before when I knew I had it, and now I'm pretty sure that I don't. Is there any test that we can do? And he said, well, yes, but this type of cancer, you can't just remove a portion. You have to remove it all because it can be in the cells and then it can come back. So I would go home and think about it, and I would advise to go ahead. So she said, I went and I was thinking and thinking, and I really felt I was fine, but the fear was just incredible. So I went ahead and decided to do surgery. So she did surgery. And then the doctor contacted her shortly after and said, we scanned all the breast tissue and there was no trace of cancer. And so she said it was kind of a double-edged sword, because she was like, well, I did a surgery that I didn't need to, they couldn't find anything. And so she was like, well, I kind of did something I didn't have to. But she said, on the other hand, I had like the real proof and the evidence that there was nothing there, that just doing something so simple helped. And so go look at the things that she did. But this is also something, was that Season, I was going back from one person to the other. Season said that she began using a lymphatic flow, as well as something to help with the inflammation in breast tissue, and help her heart. And so she used oils, and she made a roller bottle of oils and would do it every day, right? I'm going to show you her little blend. Let me make sure it pulled up. Yeah, okay. So let me show you. And I have a few friends who have had cancer and actually used this blend and did see change, right? So I think I'm only sharing things that I know has been really effective and helpful. Okay, so if you see this, it's ginger and frankincense and clary sage and thyme, grapefruit, and Roman chamomile, right? She just, like her little sticker that she made, but she just took 10 to 15 drops of each one of those and put it in like a roller bottle, and then put some fractionated coconut in there and rubbed it across her breast. That was all she did, right? And just rubbed it in. So that is another really cool, helpful thing. So I'm going to show you also that page, that link. So if you didn't see that post where you can see it, and then I'm going to invite you, because I'm almost wrapped up here. I'm going to invite you to, no, I'm on this page. Okay, here's my page. I'm going to invite you to watch this video that I mentioned, but I'm also going to tell you, I don't know, where is that? Let me see. That on November 1st, if you want to participate, you can. I did not put this on myself. It was actually somebody else that it is got a whole community and stuff like that. But they're starting November 1st. Anybody that wants to participate, we are doing a breast detox. Okay, and you do have to get like a couple of supplies. So it's just going to be, here it is, but the picture isn't there. Well, okay, darn. Okay, so let me show you this real quick. I'm also going to look for this picture real quick. All right, I'm just going to show you her because I think that it was very, and then I'll show you the link. So if you want to do the breast detox thing with us, it's just going to be a few that you rub across, and you put across your breast, and then you'll need a couple oils to go with that, and it detoxes your breast from any of the toxins that are in there. So let me show you. Okay. right, here's the little link. Share. Sorry for the pause. It wasn't doing it at first. There we go. Okay, so I posted this little baby thing that we're doing, but underneath it, I had a picture of her and it's gone. But you'll need pink pepper, you'll need frankincense, and grapefruit. That's it, just those. And then here's where you can watch the video, and here is the passcode starting with the pound. I wanted to show you that because some people messaged me and said it didn't work, but you have to have that pound. And then you can watch it on here. It's passcode protected. And then if you click on this, if you want to participate, you can enroll for this breast detox. And she's just going to give you some different little things and tips and stuff like that. And then we're going to do it. I think it's for the whole month. Yeah. So you join me for a month of detoxing your tata. So we decided it was something great to be doing. Why not get a few of them were like, hey, I'm going to do this, you know? And then she decided to put this whole thing on. And I wish I could go to our whole site. But anyway, if you want to do that and you want to be a part, then you still have time, because I mean, you have 10 days to the first. So I figured instead of waiting till next week, I better mention it now in case you're low. Like, okay, I have an extra, but see, like this grapefruit would not, it's like down to here. Okay, so it would not last me, I'm sure, for this detox. Or maybe you just put a few drops in and maybe I could get it out of that. But I also drink it in my water, so, or diffuse it. I like to smell it too. So maybe you need to get something, or maybe you don't have it, or maybe you don't have pink pepper. I also can just do that for some energy sometimes. Okay, so those are just we have a few minutes left. I just wanted to touch on these topics. And since it's something that has touched my family and I try to be aware, these are just things that I want to pass along. And then you can pick and choose your cup of tea and you can do what you want. And then you can tell somebody, hey, you know what? I do this cool thing and many people do it. And you can try to, you know, if you know somebody, you can try to do it too to help your health. So, you know, detox your body and get the toxins out so that less chance of getting some type of cancer. Next week is a packed information class. So that's why I definitely didn't want to try to put this and that all together. So, but if you like to know about food and diet, come and attend. And I'll even show you another thing that Season has is a 3-day meal prep. Now she's a dietitian, so you can pay to subscribe, and she will send you a whole month meal plan that is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It does not repeat. And it's for people with cancer, you know, and to eat healthy. I mean, I'm sure you can get it either way, but she will do that. But she does this for anybody. It's just like real health, real life, real food, real growth. But anyway, it's real food, and it's a 3-day meal plan that is grain-free, sugar-free, dairy-free. And you know, she shows you, I mean, like, this is what she's telling you that you can do. And, you know, on her thing that's for the month, you can pick and choose things that you like a little bit more. But I was just showing, because some people are like, well, what are you eating? Well, you are eating like regular stuff, chili powder, you know, it's taco salad stuff, right? You are eating regular food, even, you know, pizza for dinner, lunch is this, a smoothie, you know, it's eggs and veggies. It's not like it's crazy. I mean, sweet potato pancakes, it's a little different, but it's not, you know, it's not like it's not edible good food, right? So anyway, I just wanted to show you, because she just walks you through, and it's just a sample, an example of things that you can do and how to eat healthy if you're like that. So she just tries to help tons of people, and I love that. I don't know how she does all the things that she does, But yeah, if you have anybody that you know that has a kid battling any type of cancer, go to her website, Season Johnson, just like seasons, but just one season, johnson.com, and look at the Kick Cancer. She mails out that box for like things that they can begin with, and it's, I mean, it's like food stuff, and I think I have a picture of it, and it's some oil stuff and some supplement stuff. I mean, she just, you know, pours it out there for you. So I say go check it out. Let me see. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, if you want to. Okay, let me click on this. I'm gonna show you her little thing real quick, because some people that need this, this is gonna help. So she does have resources of like body care, education links, books, food, supplements, and tools, right? That's there. Over here, here's like, this is what your 30 days include if you decide to do that with her. And she gives you, you know, every day things to do. And that's like cheap, $25 really. To figure out what you could eat and not eat or whatever. I mean, maybe you could do it on your own, but I'm saying if I was in that situation, I'd probably have other things to think about. So I probably would just do that. But she kid cancer. So that was her son. Oh, that's not her son. Or maybe that is. Can't tell because I don't see his face. But anyway, she started the movement and she helps people, and she does, this is the kit that they get. See, I just wanted to show you. It's not, it's just like all these kind of things. And it's free. If they're 18 and younger, it's free. That is her son right there. And so she just helps anybody. And you can donate. This is her in the middle. You can volunteer when she has events. She has like just all kinds of things to help and impact people. And I've seen her, I've seen people that she's helped get up and speak about what she did for them and how she helped their family. And she's just a really amazing person. But she has a lot of info that can help support people. And I even have friends right now that are dealing with different types. And so somebody that is close to me on my heart is driving tomorrow to Texas. So I think there is no better time that we take some time out to support these people and give them any kind of resources and tools that they can implement. And even if they've already dealt with it, maybe they still want to implement some things to, you know, just have their body be the healthiest they can. So that was my goal. And if you have any questions, then go ahead and ask, and I'll try to answer. If I need to send you to a different resource, I will. I can tell you I'm not the I'm not seasoned. But and even she will be like, well, I know a lot, but I still look at other resources, you know. So I do know a great deal, but I pulled from all different kinds of directions, and learned from my aunt who had it throughout her body, and you know, different things. So I just pull all of that info in and choose some things that I can share so that I can give some support. So I hope you enjoyed this. And next week, if you want to tune in again, we're going to pick up a topic and it'll be some other things that you can do. But I hope I made it not so boring and yet helpful. All right. Have a good night.